6 things I don't like.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes.
Number 1, graffiti. Cuenca, Ecuador is a beautiful old town. Buildings go back to the 1400s. I think there's more graffiti in Cuenca, Ecuador than I've ever seen in my life anywhere. I mean, it's more than New York City. Now, on one hand, you've got some beautiful graffiti they're works of art. And of course I appreciate that. But on the other hand, you have your typical nasty graffiti scribbling, and it's everywhere. I feel bad for the building owners because you see they go out and they paint and they get graffitied and they paint and they get graffitied. It must be frustrating for them. It's downright ugly, and I don't know why they allow it. I don't know why they tolerate the scribbling graffiti. One of the things I like about the town I live in, there's no graffiti. And number 2, and Ecuador isn't alone in this. Other countries I've been to share this trait, but it's something I don't like. I've never liked it. That's cheating lines. People have no qualms here about jumping in line, whether it's a line for the taxi, whether it's a line at checkout, you could be in line at the bank, it doesn't matter. If they can crowd ahead of you, they're going to crowd ahead of you. It's very sad. I see people just one after another push people aside to get ahead of them. Everybody talks about all the polite manners here, and for the most part that's true. But when it comes to lines, they are cheating. When it comes to lines, they're as bad here as the worst I've ever seen. Number 3, dogs. Oh my freaking God. Can somebody become responsible? There are dogs that roam in packs, and all they do is eat, bark, get in the garbage, and have sex. And those packs, month after month, get larger and larger and louder and louder. There's a serious issue with dogs. And month after month, year after year, it gets worse and worse. There's no such thing as a spay and neuter program. Yeah, I know it exists, it's recommended, but it's basically ignored. Nothing like Cuenca. But on the block that I live on, when I came, there was a woman, an older woman, who had 3 or 4 dogs. She now has 10. It's insane. And these dogs roam around and impregnate every other dog in the neighborhood. There's puppies. There was just a puppy not too long ago right across the street from me. And those puppies are having puppies. And it's out of control. Also in Cuenca, it's such a traffic problem. Now I understand there's a lot of construction going on. It's been going on for a couple years. It may be going on for another couple years. But set that aside. The traffic is insane. There's just poor planning when it comes to traffic. There's also, related to the traffic, a big pollution problem in Cuenca. When I'm gone from Cuenca for a couple days and I come back, my lungs are burning, my eyes are burning. It really hits home how bad that pollution is. The buses just, I've never seen anywhere so much black smoke spewing out of buses as here. Number 5. There's no address system. I mean, there is kinda, sort of, but it's like you step back to 1920 in the US. Yeah, you go down a ways and you turn right and you go past Larry Joe Bob, and it's the 3rd fence on the right and it's got a red slat. I mean, seriously, people wonder why there's such a problem with mail delivery, package delivery. Deliver to where? It's crazy. When you get an address here, they basically tell you the cross streets. And then from there, you kind of figure it out. Now you see that there is kind of a numbering system. You might see 4-70. Unfortunately, it's not everywhere, and more places don't have any markings than do have markings. So there was a halfway attempt to do some kind of marking system, but it didn't work. And so there's no real addresses. And when somebody says, hey, how do you get to so-and-so? You might as well set aside the next 10 minutes of your life where you try to do an explanation. And last thing, number 6. And I could do hours on this. It's food. Yes, before people go crazy, there's good food in Ecuador. There's good food in Cuenca. However, there is a ton of crap food. And there's no real regulations. Now, people here especially, but in the States, make it almost a full-time job to make fun of the food supply. Oh, they got all these human growth hormones and GMOs and HMOs and whatever. They use chemicals and they use radiation, and there's some truth to that. On the other hand, people know about all that because people know about it. It's announced, it's told. For example, if you want to go get eggs and you pay 89 cents a dozen for eggs, you get the white eggs, and you know they came from some kind of 3 billion chickens crammed wing to tail, eating God knows what. You know that. And if you want an egg that actually has a good taste, you can also get farm fresh eggs that are, there's classifications for those eggs. So instead of 99 cents, you're going to pay $3. When I was there, I paid $3. For those same eggs here, I pay, guess what? $3, $3.50. They don't even have, that I've ever seen, the 99-cent eggs. So you don't even get a choice. But here's the sad part. All eggs here are not to that organic, free-range, whatever standard. They also have mills here, and it's the same pricing, and you don't know what you're getting. You don't know. There's virtually no real standards to notify and to use various chemicals and hormones. They are used here. If you think they don't, you're just fooling yourself. They are used here. You just don't know they're used here because they don't have to tell you. In the US, there's certain chemicals, let's say pesticides, for example. If a farmer is using a pesticide, it's known and it's going to be a legal one. Why is that? Because to buy it, you have to be registered and licensed. So there's a tracking. Here, you don't need to have a license. You don't need to be registered. Anybody can go get almost any kind of chemical and fertilizer and pesticide and use it, and you have no idea if they did or not. There is a big problem with the food supply here. Nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to, oh my God, it's the best food, and it's that's crap. You can find good food here, but you have to talk to people, you have to search, you have to ask questions. You can find small little farms that are bringing, you know where they're coming from, you know what they're using, but guess what? You got that in the United States also. In the last 5 or 6 years, it's been such a move about farm to the table, using local, properly grown, fresh, organic foods. Don't misunderstand this video. I am not beating up on Ecuador. I choose to be here. I like being here. But no place is perfect. I promised honesty in these videos, and people that are coming here, which are who these videos are made for, people that are coming here need to know the truth. a good decision whether it's right for them or not. Are they willing to put in the time and effort to find good food? By reading various posts and blogs, you would think you come here and everything you're going to buy at the market is just amazing. And that is so far from the truth. I went to market one time early on, probably 4 or 5 months after I got here, with a local friend. And she, no, you don't want to buy that, you don't want to buy that, you don't want to buy that. It's like, how do you know? Well, she's lived here her entire life. And so if you're here for a long time, you get to know certain vendors, where that food's coming from, whether it's something you want to eat or not. Do they use pesticides? They get to know those things. On the other hand, it's anecdotal, it's word of mouth. It may or may not be true. But of course, I'm going to follow her lead. So just understand it's an issue. So those are 6 things that I don't like about being here. Does it offset the 1.5 million things I do like? Of course not. Otherwise I'd be on a plane. So if you like and appreciate the information that I'm giving, please be sure to subscribe, leave a note, give a like. It just tells me you're out there and you're watching, and it's good for me to know. Also, if you're interested in anything in particular, if I can do it, I will. Just go ahead and make a suggestion. And thank you for watching.
You know you could.